Assalamu alaikum. I'm Malik Hodge, an injured warrior of the Midwest and a messenger of the covenant, representing the messenger of the covenant, the breaker of the seven seals, the self-taught one, Master Suleiman, who's given us the Injil, the gospel of revelations, with the Injil key that gives us the understanding of the unsealed scriptures. This is Up Late with Malik Hodge, July 25th, 2020. This is where we take current events and get the understanding of them through the unsealed scriptures, or from the perspective of the lens of the Injil. So let's get started. Today, this evening, we're going to start with the heat to wane in the northeast as Pacific Northwest prepares to roast. The Pacific Northwest. The bargaining heat wave in the Pacific Northwest is set to push temperatures above 110 degrees in some areas and will persist for days. Heat alerts blanket the Pacific Northwest, including much of Oregon and Washington. State, where temperatures are set to spike to 110 degrees the days ahead. Northern California will also be affected. The atmosphere blowtorch coming as wildfires, including the swiftly moving Oak Fire, has triggered evacuations and a state of emergency. Daily high temperatures about 10 to 20 degrees above average will persist through at least the end of the work week, with elevated highs striking around into the weekend. Several records will be set. Heat index values could reach dangerous levels. The episode coincides with the conclusion of a heat wave that brought highs in the upper 90s to near 100 in the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic. Boston jumps to 100 degrees Sunday, something that happens only every couple of years on average. Newark hit the century mark for 5 consecutive days ending Sunday. The longest such stretch on record, although there are questions about whether these temperatures readings are reliable. So, as we said, another day with temperatures soaring at 100 degrees or more. Temperatures 10 to 20 degrees in the northwest. They're up 10 to 20 degrees. Northern California is usually cooler than Southern California. These wildfires, they're saying, is the reason behind these temperature surges. They're also sharing that the Oak Fire is still at 0% contained, and the smoke, the area has made, the amount of smoke has made the air dangerous. It's not, they're saying that the air has become unbreathable. So it has too much basically it's a lot of things in it. Silt, it's, if you was to try to breathe it, you'd probably be breathing in silt, soot, and all types of things. So the air quality is at a dangerous point. Now, yesterday's report, it was 1,400. I think it was 1,400 yesterday of firefighters. Now there's over 2,500 firefighters that are fighting this fire from ground and air. They're saying that the fire is really spiking because the extreme drought had caused a beetle. What is it called? A bark beetle infestation on the wood and made the wood perfectly for burning. So that adds to the reason, some of the reason for the wood being at this certain condition, this perfect condition to be burnt. That is why the wood is, the fire is spreading so fast. However, the temperatures, they still haven't got, they don't, the temperatures is what is really dampering or putting a hit on them, because you're out there, you have to be covered in the, you got to carry this gear around to be even close to the fire, to even you got to have this firefighter gear on, and it's 110 degrees outside, or 120. Then that's not even included with the degree from the heat of the fire that you're fighting. So the heat is really causing problems. unprecedented heat. Firefight. They have also the same type of thing is taking place in Dallas. Wildfires. "20 homes have been what 20 homes have been consumed in Dallas fires." They call them grass fires. The temperature has been so in the hundreds for days, and the extreme drought, which caused grass fires that ignited and went into it, started burning, and caught houses on fire. And it, I guess, from one house or from one yard, or fire falling on the ground, or was burning, went and ignited other houses. But these fires are persisting all around, and you've seen that this extreme weather, extreme heat, has produced a lot of fires all around the world. To several fires in Europe, and heat, still the numbers are going up in Europe, with deaths from extreme weather. Just a lot of places are not used to having 100-degree weather. So when you're getting multiple days of being at least 100 and or more, with the index that with extreme drought already in place, it's just it doesn't take much to get a fire going. Like, the sun itself can start a blaze just off like the grass in Dallas. Just anything with human intervention, smoking cigarettes or anything can start a fire in no time. So they're dealing with a lot of fire with this extreme heat, and also the extreme heat is about to break. They're saying, well, this extreme heat with this cold front that has passed through, and it's passing through the Midwest right now. A cold front that is producing severe weather, because it's the perfect storm setting up, because knowing how this cold temperature that is swooping in and I mean really has a little chill on it. Definitely a out of season wind has come through with rains, with clouds and rains with it, and with these pockets of severely hot air in the area, that these different air these different airs coming together in certain areas is going to really produce some deadly serious storms. And just you can see that happening with the way that the airflow is, and the type of chill and different thing that's in these with this wind, and it's pushing. Also, I noticed there's the wind that is it's a high. The wind speed is pretty high. It's gusty. The wind gust is a high wind gust. The wind is very gusty, and it's chilly. It's got a nice bite on it, unseasonable bite on it, on the wind. So you're catching it's a perfect storm for perfect conditions for extreme weather, because you have these high humidity, high temperature heat pushing up, coming up from the south and coming down. You got it coming up and down, so you can see how it's flowing, that they're mixing and really causing. I mean, when they join that, they're definitely going. They're expecting some extreme thunderstorms or more out of this out of the this cool air coming through. So a lot of people will enjoy the best part of it they sharing is that you're going to get to enjoy coming out of the 100-degree weather, but you might come out of it with a what do you call them, severe thunderstorm or flash flood or a tornado. So if that's better than the heat, then that's the recipe that is stirring up right now. Here in the Midwest, being in the Midwest, it's the thunderstorms it's more like a viewpoint to see, kind of being in the eye of the storm, because you can feel and see what's going on from the mixing and blending of the different heats, as you feel the high pressure coming from the south because of the hotter heat, and then you got a lower pressure coming from the north, coming in with a lower pressure, cooler air, and they're blending and mixing, and you can see it setting off these thunderstorms that across the Midwest through Chicago and the Midwestern states that are moving towards the Northeast now. So they're expecting severe thunderstorms in the Northeast. It's just this tremendous heat is it's a time bomb ticking. It's causing a lot of things. So a lot of problems, and on a situation on the country that is already having so many different problems going on with their infrastructure and the heat damaging the agriculture, with food food shortages being expected, soaring gas prices and food prices. Everything is going up and up and up. The gas prices have come down a little bit, but they're still high. They have been brought down a little. However, you're having weather that is affecting thousands of people, thousands of homes, businesses. So it's just something to pay attention to, that we keep reporting in it. Every day is the weather, and we know what's causing this weather, how it's being caused, the pressure waves. This is just not coming out of the blue, that it's being caused, and what's causing it is the vision, or those speaking and putting these pressure waves out. So I don't want to get into too much of a teaching. Just want to, it's being put out, it's being caused. It's not just jumping out the sky, out of nowhere. Just put it like that. And let's continue to our next topic, and we'll bring all that around in the end. Well, President Biden, they said that his COVID-19 symptoms are almost gone. His doctor says he has been given Paxlovid. I don't know what it is. It's a medicine that they're giving, and for his COVID, and that Biden only has nasal congestion and hoarseness in his voice. He is continuing to work in isolation. He hopes to return back to in-person work by the end of the week. They shared that he did have a couple of meetings today from via satellite. So they also said that his personal doctor was not going to address the public at this time. However, they're saying that to make note that he's been double vaccinated and he's received 2 boosters. So, with that, this Paxlovid, this is what they're giving him in doses to at the against the COVID, right? This COVID strand that he has right now. So, with the boosters, with the vaccines and the boosters. Now I don't know. I haven't looked into what this Paxlovid is, but that's what they're administrating to him for this COVID strand of this the COVID that he has. And right on the heels of that, there's another virus, so to say, or virus, this monkeypox, a global health emergency. So Joe Biden said he's considering it to make it a public emergency to get prepared and get the to get vaccinations and ready for this monkeypox. And this monkeypox, I'm really, it's a condition. It's like chicken pox, but it's coming back, resurging out of, like, you can't, in this time, you really can't, until you see more of it. I don't want to address it too much. I haven't looked at it from an NGO standpoint to see if it's directly spoke on. However, these type of things overall have been shared from the NGO perspective, that all these type of ideas and type of things that they're going to be trying to throw out is going to keep backfiring on them. So I'm going to say that keep your distance. If you see it, brothers and sisters, stay away from them. Just separate and keep your distance away if anybody has contracted it. I wouldn't advise to take anything that they are prescribing. They're not to be trusted. They are seriously desperate right now. And we are a target by any means to be taken out. And it's just that simple. So just stay away from any of their so-called medicines. Really do your homework. I mean, don't, it's almost it's at a point that in desperation they're at the point of all means and any means are necessary to destroy us, to take us out. And we know that's where we are right now. And it's even going to get worse as the war in the Middle East kicks off. So it from an NGO perspective, you know, all things that they're pulling out is going to backfire on them. However, I would definitely not be trying to run and allow somebody to prick me with something that may more than likely cause me to be vulnerable to contracting something. So you're the true seed of Abraham, or you have the blood of the Lamb. You utilize the God that you are. Utilize your blood. Just keep that to the forefront of your mind. If it's the Passover, and it's past the plague has passed you over, so stay away and stay safe. Just keep your distance. But that's as far as I'll go with that. So let's continue to our next topic. And our next topic is false Israel. These topics are, as we travel over towards the Middle East, the Middle Eastern topics. False Israel and Russia tension rises as Putin targets Jewish organization that works very close to false Israel's government. We spoke about this last night. It's back in the headlines. Basically, because of Israel's concerns with false Israel's concern with Putin, they noticed a switch and a change in his attitude. They know that Russia has soldiers, many soldiers in Syria. Russia is engaging with American proxies and American soldiers in Syria. Russia is also fighting amongst or with Syria against these proxies that are that are controlled or dispatched by America, and these proxies are um, weaponized or given their materials from um, America to go to attack the Syrian army, as well as America has military base in Syria, and inside of Syria, and America, that base, if they don't just have one, they may have two or whatever. But America has not even been invited by the Syrian people or their government or president, Assad. What's his name? Excuse me. They haven't been invited by the Syrian president. However, they're over there, then set up in Syria and is stealing oil out of Syria. And they're the ones pushing and moving these proxies, arming these proxies to engage with Syrian soldiers. So, false Israel is seeing that Russia is becoming more irritated by false Israel's engagements or attacks on Syria. Their countless airstrikes, and there's also things that another things that is causing maybe be the cause of Russia's ending this organization, is because of this organization is or organization for migrating Jews from one area to Jerusalem. So there's a lot of Jewish people from Ukraine, and then there's a lot of Russian Jews, and they're saying that they're ending this organization because this organization is trying or being available there to allow that it can be a possible bridge to moving several thousands of Jews that live in Ukraine and Russia, and relocating them into Jerusalem. So that would be like causing a massive move from that area. They will lose a lot of the people from Ukraine and Russia, and that they can be displaced or taken over to false Israel. And that's another reason why they're saying that Putin is has shut down this organization. So then false Israel, what else has happened over there? False Israel also secured 10,000 vaccines, 10,000 vials of the vaccine, as they declared a public health crisis there with monkeypox. So they're preparing. They have will be receiving. They said they should be receiving 5,000 shots or doses of this monkeypox vaccine in the next day or so. That they're making sure that they prepare and have the enough doses to protect its citizens against this monkeypox. So they're also saying that this monkeypox is it's pretty serious. However, when they speak on it, they are speaking on how they're going to handle it. And it's kind of like they're going to corner it or quarantine. It doesn't sound. It sounds like it's being put in certain types of areas, or it's showing up in certain areas. So the way they're sharing it, that they are going to they're still looking at it to see exactly what's taking place, but as it looks, it's something. It's definitely something that is going to backfire on them. It doesn't look like it's a natural occurring event. That's for sure. It looks like something or someone or someone's are going at one of their plans that they have that's going to backfire on them. So with that, the Iranian media outlet reports that a network of Mossad agents attempted to plant high explosives at a sensitive site in Iran and has been arrested. Saturday night, Iran called a network of agents operating under the instructions of the Israeli Mossad. The agents were all caught. They all came from, they were watched, and they were doing drills and practicing for this assault in an unnamed African country. And they had watched them, and they obtained, picked up all the agents They didn't say how many agents. However, it was a network of them, and they knew they was on it, and um, they got every single last one of them, and they knew. They said they seen it and knew what was taking place, so they were able to to attain all of the agents that was in the network. None of them got away. Put it like that. So they're trying. They tried to. The Israeli Mossad is trying to. They said they had put these high explosive, but they washed them, and they caught them and took all the explosives all out, and they're trying to hit this sensitive, their nuclear site, and they also shared that another scientist, one of the Iranian scientists, had been killed as well. So they're at war, and false Israel is fighting this covert, like in covert, trying to assassinate, not trying, out to assassinate scientists, high officials, and this is the way that they're going about trying to eliminate Iran's nuclear program, and then they're trying to shoot these covert tactical agents to get in, to go in and set these explosives. They're trying to get into their system because they know it's going to be pretty much impossible to affect Iran's nuclear system from above ground. So they're trying to get these agents to go in and be able to set up from the inside. So they're trying to they're really running a agent, a spy organization to go in and destroy in any way that they can Iran's nuclear facility. However, the thing that stands out with that, that you go there, if it always, every time this story, when you speak about this, that their tactics, and they always talk about the tactics that somebody else used, but their tactics is always conniving, lying, stealing, behind the back, undermining, anything to get their point across, anything to achieve their goals. There's no level of wrongdoing when it comes to their objectives, to winning or coming out on top of their agenda in their role to achieve what they want to achieve inside of their war agenda that they're carrying out. So there's nothing or no one that is not exposable or a target when it comes to false Israel or America. They don't have a line that won't be crossed. However, that's when they're crossing the line. But when someone else or another country is doing the same thing they're doing, or they're going through the same they're using the same tactics that they're using, and there's no out there in their tactics, that in the war, their war tactics, there's nothing, no one that is not exposable or wouldn't be eliminated. When the shoe's on the other foot, they're always whining and throwing up, and got all these reporters and stuff trying to speak on it like they did something outlandish or way out of bounds or foul. They committed a foul. They're doing this. That's the same thing that American and false Israel was doing. They're going in, and these scientists, which is their job, they're being killed in front of their children, anywhere. They're being sniped out, But instead of them going to war and handling business, or just doing what they want to do, they're going to try to sniper, send individuals in to blow up, and then when the shoe's on the other foot and someone comes in and snipes one of their, we have to move rapidly. They have killed one of our if a rock get through at a damn what is it, at any Israel soldier, false Israel soldier, if a rock get through at them, they make one of our soldiers was attacked and we had to go in and shoot to kill, because somebody threw a rock and it hit one of the damn soldiers in the head and wounded, hurt him, and sent him. They act like somebody is just sniped somebody, but that's how it is. It's always a double-edged sword. However, let's run back and put all these our topics for the day. Let's put them in perspective from the NGL perspective. Starting with the fires. The fires are continuing. This record-setting heat wave that is affecting the agriculture, affecting just people's livelihood, homes, that is affecting the forest, affecting the air, that is causing other major situations to occur, as far as that it is causing other extreme weather to fuel it, is being the fuel for other extreme weather around the country. So, as looking at it as from an NGL perspective, this weather is a part of being utilized as a part of the destruction of America. This is what is keeping them tied up and dismantling them in many ways. And you can't fight the weather. Only you can't even get mad. All you can do is look. All you can do is look. You just if you lose family members, you just ain't no you can't go. What you gonna go out there and shoot the sky up? And so it's just coming to the point that there's many things happening, and that is constantly keeping the pressure on this system, keeping the pressure, the weather is keeping, it's raising the heat, and the heat and longest causes the mind to do things that's out of the ordinary, and it's the pressure of that, and from the heat and the pressure of what's taking place. People are losing homes. Thousands of people are being burned out of their homes. People are losing their lives, loved ones in these fires. So it's on one hand, it's seen as it's just part of the destruction that is taking place, and it moves from one thing to the next. The heat goes from burning you to being pushed. The heat with some cool air goes to a thunderstorm, flash flooding. With severe drought, flash floods are easy to be done. Tornadoes are easily be produced from mixing of cold. Tornadoes and thunderstorms alone are mixed with these different high pressures and lower pressure mixing. So just keeping an eye from the engineer's perspective is the weather is going to keep persisting and causing damages to the infrastructure and of America, and it's keeping the pressure of events, so many things happening. It keeps pressure on the system. So that's from the fires, and then the COVID situation from the engine perspective. It's not going anywhere. They can take it, try to do whatever they can to stop it. When it flares back up, it's flaring back up for a reason. It's still it's the plague that it's going to keep working until it causes, each plague will keep intensifying until we're out of here. And it's just as simple as that, because it's sure that this plague ain't for a week or a day. No, the plague is until we're gone, till we are forced out. So the plague is going to keep on um, reinventing itself and causing more and more problems and deaths for Egypt, or the Caucasian white man. Then this monkeypox, brothers and sisters, be safe. Stay away from it. Keep your distance. If someone has it, keep your distance. These the plague is passing you over. Whatever is pushing this through, it's going to backfire on them. Just don't allow yourself to get caught up with running, trying to your natural DNA and your natural defense system, or your natural it's slipping my mind, your natural defense system your your immune system is strong enough to keep you safe. Don't go allowing no one to get you, to make you think that they're putting something in your body that is going to keep you or make you your immune system any stronger than it naturally is. You're the things that are out here is to pass you over. Your makeup, your immune system can handle pretty much anything that's out here, because you are you're capable of, you have the blood of the Lamb. These things are your body is made with the resistance to keep you clear of all these things. Just don't allow nobody to get you to accept something into you that will cause your system to allow something to come in and cause you to find yourself acceptable to these viruses. So from there, Israel and Russia, false Israel and Russia tension, that's going to keep intensifying. We know about the proxy wars, and Israel's coming, acting like it's going to speak in defiance of Russia. Their new Prime Minister Lapid, he speaks, harshly against Russia in their war against Ukraine. However, it's just a part of, this is just another part of what the angel shares that is going to take place. These proxy wars and these unseen wars and America wars and false Israel's war, all they're in cahoots in this. This is these wars are with Saudi Arabia, false Israel, America, Britain, they're all in cahoots in these proxy wars and and put sending soldiers, these proxies over to in Syria, trying to destroy Syria, sending these different proxies over. They all have an agenda that they've together trying to take oil from Syria, to dismantle Syria's government. They're bombing Syria's the country, causing refugees and thousands or millions of people to be displaced. These things are taking place by joint actions, and they're being paid and put into motion. And Russia and Iran are sending in weapons and soldiers to go to take out these proxies that America backed, Saudi backed, false Israel backed, Britain backed, and these other countries, these 6 other Sunni countries that have all aligned in this alliance up under this Abraham Accord. When you hear Abraham Accord, they are letting you know their common problem is the true seed of Abraham, which is the black man and woman of America. So they know that their lies and their conspiracy is coming unfolded, and that they have to come, and they're the dragon and his angels that are going to go to war with Michael and his angels, which are Master Farah Muhammad, Iran, and Syria. So they're going to keep on pushing these proxy wars, and they're going to keep on, they're all in cahoots, and they're forcing and causing these wars. America is pushing the war in Ukraine. They're paying, they're sending weaponry. They don't have any intentions on stopping, on helping to stop the war. As they keep saying, they're pulling fuel on the war. So they're asking for something in return. Right in the next, they're asked for Russia to allow them to receive something that is needed for countries in their countries. But in the next breath, they're telling that they're going to bomb or send weaponry, and to the point that they're talking about sending fighter planes to give them a air force to go against Russia. So all this is to say that the NGO has shared this totally of what's taking place. They're at any day now, this war in the Middle East with Iran and false Israel is going to take off. There's this network net worth of Mossad agents that they have obtained was out to destroy their sensitive site. That's how they call it, a sensitive site. So false Israel know that that plan has unraveled. It's taken out. So their plan, they're already at war, and they're trying to carry this war out in secret, up underground, up under sight, but they're eliminating everybody or anything that they can of Iran's. So, and then they're trying to utilize the people and propaganda. They're throwing propaganda on the people, and they're trying to disturb or cause confusion and an uprising in this, and trying to keep the same thing they're doing in Russia. This is the same tactics that they're using, that the angels shared, that they will be using. Deceit, lies, and their propaganda. Their number one thing that they like to use is the only thing that the beast uses. His main thing is to sanctions. He uses sanctions against everybody. We gonna sanction you. They're gonna sanction Russia, sanction Iran, sanction China. Every time they have a problem with what you're doing, they're gonna tell you that you can't do. We gonna sanction you, and we gonna do this. It's propaganda. You're sending in weaponry. You're causing these problems. You're trying to take us out, and then you say we're sanctioned. We can't do this. That it's part of the back. All this is going to backfire, and all these things that the angel said. From Angel's perspective, the war will be starting any day now. So keep that in mind. We maintain to share with you what's taking place. These are let me look at our time. Oh my goodness. These are the current events of today. They that are that remains in the top things taking place around the globe that is being spoke about. From the engine perspective, we're still in the time of the abomination of desolation, on into the time of unprecedented trouble, the shock of the hour, and any moment, any day now, especially since this network of Israeli Mossad agents have been detained, caught in action, and all picked up, and they know they're not going to be able to try to bomb their nuclear facility from the inside. Any day you will this abomination of desolation will begin, and to know, Iran and Syria, Michael, Master Fard Muhammad will be taking out the House of Saud. Britain and America will be kicked out the Middle East. False Israel will be seized and annihilated. Also, with those 6 other Sunni countries that have made an alliance with Satan, false Israel, up under this Abraham Accord, is exposing who they are. So when you see this, know that that's the abomination of desolation, and that's going to be the shock of the hour. And brothers and sisters, when that shock of the hour come, hearts will fail and all eyes will see the truth, that there is only one and no one else but the ones of the black man and woman of America is the true seed of Abraham. And with that, I'm going to bring this session of update with Malik Hodge to a close, and I'm going to greet you as I came in the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum.